Param Shanti. This is the English translated video of The Art of Forgiveness by Papuji. What is the art of forgiveness? So first, we must know that there are two categories in forgiveness. This is asking for forgiveness and giving forgiveness. When someone realizes their mistake and asks for forgiveness, then that is a sign of a great soul. However, the soul that forgives them is an even greater soul. Everyone forgives others for making small mistakes. However, when someone makes a big mistake, like killing someone else's blood relative, then that is when it becomes harder to forgive someone who has done such an act to your loved one. This is why it is common to see people continuing revengeful acts throughout generations of families, as well as stories of curses that continue throughout the family lineage. However, there have and are many great souls that have forgiven people for big mistakes without punishing them. So why are some great souls able to forgive people for mistakes even as big as the killing of their dear one? Well, the truth is that this is the result of many lifetimes of penance of a great soul such as this. So this characteristic is in their soul, of being able to forgive others for mistakes, small and big. A soul that can forgive someone for a big mistake is not an ordinary soul. Only a supreme and great soul who is knowledgeable can do this. They are aware that there is no benefit in killing in return of a killing. They know that whatever happened must have happened due to a karmic bondage. Because if someone killed their loved one, then that is due to a karmic bondage they had with them. And they are aware of this fact. If one decides to act upon a killing of their loved one by killing them in return, then this will only continue on for generations, as someone will continue acting back for revenge for the killing of their own loved one. Acts such as this will only decrease the soul's power. There are different types of souls. Some souls are negative and full of ignorance. So, if a negative and ignorant soul gets murdered, then after their death as a ghost, they will possess someone else and kill their murderer. However, a knowledgeable soul would never take revenge, as they know that this karmic bondage would only continue on for many more lifetimes and cause the soul to become weaker, more ignorant, and more negative. At some point, a soul can become so negative that they become demon-like and even start to worship demons. This causes such a downfall in a soul that the soul enters into the 84 lakh forms of life. So souls of this low category never forgive people. However, the great souls that forgive others for even big mistakes have the benefit of achieving mental peace. These great souls also get good wishes and blessings from the person they have forgiven. The great soul that has decided to forgive has that karmic bondage released due to their forgiveness. And the person being forgiven also slowly gets their karmic bondage with them released due to their regret and realization of their mistake and by repenting through their karma. This act of forgiving and repenting causes both souls to release karma and causes the love between them to increase, which increases their soul's power. Being able to forgive is the highest quality. Due to having this quality, one is able to achieve even more high qualities, like honesty, mental peace, toleration, the desire to do good karma, and more. Others will also view this soul as a great soul and give them good blessings. So this process of forgiveness causes a change in heart of all involved. There are also many stories of forgiveness in ancient scriptures that serve as examples. When a human comes across another human for the first time, they can have different reactions like love, hatred, or indifference. So why does this happen? What is the cause of these different reactions to other people that we may be even meeting for the first time in this life, but still feel different emotions for different humans? This is due to the record of uncountable karma from the time of creation of that soul that exists in the casual body. So if one meets another human soul, in which they have a karmic relationship with, as soon as they meet them, that specific karmic recording opens up and comes in front of the humans, which causes them to act and feel a certain way about the person in front of them. This ties into the concept of forgiveness because when a soul, no matter how high quality they are, tries to forgive another soul, the recording of their soul tries to prevent them from forgiving that other person. And this is because they have a karmic recording in their causal body of negativity towards that other person, which keeps them from forgiving them. This would be the initial reaction to not forgive due to past karma with that person. However, if it is a high-quality soul who has done much sacrifice and penance in their past lives for spiritual evolvement, then their inner voice or soul will make them want to forgive that other person. Their inner thoughts will then change to them wondering, what is the point of revenge? And I should just forgive them. This is not only the voice of their own soul, because they also tend to have other positive souls from the subtle world with them that inspire them to do the right thing and forgive the person. Such high-quality souls that are able to forgive others for big mistakes, that too without expectations or something in return, are very rare. High-quality souls such as this go on to increasing their positive qualities, spiritual knowledge, and eventually go on the path of God or the Supreme Soul. So how can one stay motivated and determined to stay on this positive path of maintaining these supreme qualities and doing the right karma? The answer is supreme spiritual knowledge. When a soul searches for and accepts the supreme knowledge, they slowly become supreme knowledgeable souls who develop high qualities and embody them in their life. When you forgive someone, it causes a feeling of love to emerge in your mind and soul. Forgiving someone causes your values, mind, and wisdom to become purified. The solution to being rid of suffering and sadness is supreme spiritual knowledge. Supreme spiritual knowledge enables one to identify who the Supreme Soul or the Almighty Authority is, and it answers questions like, what is good karma, what is the reason for my suffering, and etc. When one finds this knowledge, they will understand that the cause for their suffering is their own past karma. Eventually, they will dwell deeper into the ocean of knowledge. Then the soul will look for and know who the Supreme Soul or Creator is, and they will meditate upon Him, and this connection with the Creator will fill their soul with power. When the soul's power increases, all sins recorded in the soul are slowly wiped away. In order to achieve this level, one should connect directly to the Almighty Authority, who is the Creator of all creators, and is the ultimate Supreme Soul. This will enable one to fill their soul with power instantly and is the ultimate path to spiritual evolvement, salvation, and liberation. Some souls that refuse to forgive others even after death do not get reborn. They wander as ghosts and take revenge on every person they had problems with. They do this by possessing them or other humans in order to complete their revenge. This is never the solution. One should not take revenge, but should change their own negative qualities. One should accept that whatever was meant to happen, happened. There is no benefit in taking revenge, and only weak souls think of doing this. There have been incidences in ancient times where people have given curses to a whole family along with their future generations. The people who have done this and were able to do this were not ordinary people. These were spiritually evolved saints who practiced sacrifice and penance for many lifetimes. They would do this in cases of being tormented from someone again and again, to the point where they thought that cursing them and their family would be the right thing to do for them and for the whole world, as that family might be full of negative demon-like souls. Real hermits and saints who practice sacrifice and penance tend to go away to live a life of seclusion in forests or mountains. The saints that are often seen in today's world who are living amongst people who are full of anger are not real saints. A real saint or yogi is one that embodies a calm and peaceful manner and tends to stay isolated. There have been stories in ancient scriptures that depict the life of saints that were full of anger and gave a big curse to someone and their whole family. However, it is important to know that when one does this, it drains so much energy out of one's soul that it wastes thousands of years and lifetimes of sacrifice and penance by giving that one curse. So, one of the most wrong qualities a soul can have is anger. Anger negatively affects the soul's casual body in an immense way and depletes their account of positive karma. Controlling one's anger is difficult, but it is necessary. One can achieve this by staying in connection and meditation with the Almighty Authority. One should think 1,000 times before doing any karma, and a knowledgeable soul will even think before thinking and before creating more thoughts. Because karmic bondages are created through thoughts as well, and energy is lost even by thinking. In our ancient scriptures, there are examples of the extreme penance done by souls who are cursed to get rid of it. So one should not even do karma that causes someone to get so angry to the point of cursing you. And if one is a negative and ignorant soul, they should not even come into contact with a high quality soul, because if a negative ignorant soul makes a mistake and ends up being cursed by a powerful soul, then they will have to repent and suffer the consequences of it for many lifetimes. This is why knowledge is so important, as it teaches us what to do, what not to do, and how to do it. A high-quality, knowledgeable soul is cautious of everyone and everything. No matter how a soul dies, if it is a knowledgeable soul, they are aware that whatever occurred with them in their lifetime was due to their own karma, and they would even be relieved that they are rid of their 5 elemental physical body. Then they would think that they want to go ahead on their spiritual path and continue their penance to go to higher dimensions and to reach the Supreme Soul or Creator. So a knowledgeable soul thinks positively, and a revengeful negative soul thinks the opposite and stays trapped in illusionary matters. So it all depends on one's way of thinking. Always think positively and know that whatever happened for the best. Penance and spiritual evolvement is possible even in the subtle world. And there are many high-quality souls in the subtle world that help other souls in their journey to higher dimensions. Humans tend to carry mutations or diseases that can be passed upon them by their ancestors through DNA. However, powerful souls are able to avoid getting genetic diseases due to their own soul's power. Since a powerful soul's casual body is strong, no matter what genetic diseases run in that family, they will not catch it. When the body is being formed in the womb, that soul's power will influence how the body will turn out. This is why it can be seen that some family members carry the genetic mutation that was passed down in the family, and some members do not. There are many other similar stories of children who end up becoming much greater and knowledgeable humans than their parents, which means that they did not get their parents' values and habits from their DNA, and were powerful souls that were able to bring their own values, which got them ahead in life and paved a different path than what their parents had. Since all souls are of different categories, it can greatly impact how their life will be, no matter what their parents or ancestors were like. Whoever we associate with in life are souls we have karmic connections with. An example would be of us sitting in a train and having no desire to speak to someone sitting in front of us, but instead we speak to someone sitting beside us and have an interest with them. This means that we have no karmic connection with the person sitting in front of us, but we do have a karmic connection with the person we decided to speak to that was next to us. Mostly, all associations and events in life are from past karmic accounts with those specific souls. Souls may decide before taking their birth that they do not want to create any new karmic bondages in that life, which will keep them from speaking to or coming into connection with a soul that they have had no past karmic relations with. However, souls can still accidentally create new karma with new souls in their lifetime, as they forget their purpose after they take birth. One should understand that souls that have many accounts of negative karma must repay it and repent it in their lives. No one will come to save them, as souls are continuously going through these cycles of karmic bondages. Only the soul can help themselves. What is meant to happen in someone's life will happen. Sometimes people want to help others, but one should know that if it is not in their destiny and in their karmic accounts, it will not happen. Oftentimes, high-quality souls who were saints that practiced sacrifice and penance would want to help others. They would give well wishes and blessings or positive power to someone, but that person would later waste that power through activities of desire that they have. So even the saints would realize that giving people such power is of no use, as they will only waste it in the wrong things. So one should think before giving power to other souls, and only give it to high-quality souls that are desireless, are knowledgeable, and know the theory of karma. In summary, in order to embody good qualities and have the power to forgive, one should be a knowledgeable soul that knows the theory of karma. One should not take revenge even in the most terrible situations that come across them. One must remember that there is a good reason for even a bad situation. Know the deep meaning and the true secrets of karma. Know who the Almighty Authority is. Become an embodiment of supreme spiritual knowledge. Think of the betterment of all creation and think positively about everyone. Do not even think about revenge. Instead, transform yourself. This will create the mental peace that is needed to continue on the path of spiritual knowledge. And the original high qualities of a soul will emerge, causing the soul to feel love for everyone and everything. Because when the soul was initially created, it was peaceful, loving, and pure, and had all the qualities of the Creator. Because it is the Creator's child. All of creation is a family, so one should see the soul in every being. Every soul is a part of the Supreme Soul. When one knows that everyone is the child of the Supreme Soul, then they will immediately want to forgive them. Everything is a creation of the Supreme Soul. If you go through life whilst in a stage of soul consciousness, then you will not be in body consciousness, and will not have emotions like anger emerge within you that would cause you to want to take revenge on someone. One should be desireless, as the desire to receive is the path to sins, and the soul gets trapped further into karmic bondages and cycles of birth and death. Souls like this that go down the path of ignorance and negativity become demon-like and sinful. There are also high-quality and high-category angel-like souls that live in Vishnupuri. They have a supreme casual body and have a body made of supreme ether element. They are of a higher category than deities who live in the dimension of heaven. So the angels they show within Christianity is only symbolic. These beings are actually supreme souls that live in high dimensions. So one should be like a fish in an ocean of knowledge, and not like a frog in a well. Have spiritual knowledge as vast as the oceans, and have immense wisdom, as being a frog in a well will get you nowhere. Think of all creation as one. Religions and sectors were only created by humans, so one should rise above that. I would like to request our viewers to check out the other videos by Bapuji on our channel, and please like and share this video. This video is also available in Hindi. The link is in the description box below. Param Shanti.